Hey everybody, Steven here, playing Subnautica Below Zero, and today we are looking at some of the latest updates to the game. And with this, the big one here is, obviously I have all these beds laid out here. They have updated the beds so that when you scan them, you can actually build that bed with those particular blankets and pillows and all of that, which I was hopeful for. I was wondering whether or not they were going to do that, and I'm glad they did. For one particular one right over there, which I believe is Parvan's bed. But let's take a look here. Kind of looks like I'm having like a sleepover. We got this one. This one I believe is Emmanuel's in the Delta base there. That one, kind of like this one too. And then Parvan's, which is my favorite. This Ghost Leviathan one looks phenomenal. And the Lost River there. Got the Sea Truck one. This one's really good too. I like the art style. I like the contrast to the blue going to the purple as well. And then just for reference, what the beds used to look like. So this game is definitely more, and it's one of the things that I've seen on Fabro, which is trying to make it feel like this is more inhabited. Right? Like people actually live on the planet here, not just trying to survive, like they're here on purpose. So if you could see it, the reflective quality here with the beds has been improved. It's something I've mentioned, I mean, over the last couple months. It seems like it's taken another jump up. I'm going to cover that. I'm going to go to the sanctuary here in a little bit, but let's cover a handful of other things. Options. Let's go here. The user interface with all the sliders here, it actually snaps now. So instead of just being like free floating kind of with this, you'll actually hear the clicking. Right? So and I like the fact that right here in the middle they give you that's usually, isn't it right here? That's where it usually is at, and you can go smaller if you want to, but anything that slides in here, right? Has that snap to it. Nice little touch. And go back right there. Okay, so we have that. Let's see here. Go free cam. Let's go to outside of Marg's base. How the textures essentially kind of come in. They're still working on that. So you may notice a subtle difference with that, but that has been updated. But outside of let's blow that down. Marg's base here. This area I don't think I've covered. Covered the other side, but I don't think I've covered here because it does seem more fleshed out. Now that doesn't mean that this, let me zoom out a little bit better. There we go. That zone right there. Now that doesn't mean it hasn't been like this. This may have been in game. It's just something that I haven't covered yet. But as I was searching around here, I was like, oh, because I've talked about the other side of this. I just wanted to mention this one right here. Don't quite know what they're doing with this right here, though. They're going to open this up more, put something there. But it does seem tweaked to me, and it definitely is looking better, right? More finished. They are going to start working on this connecting tunnel here pretty soon. I know that's on the list to get done, because right now it just doesn't quite flow into the other biome as well as they like it to. So we have that. Let's hop over to the Twisty bridges. This is another thing. Maybe it's been in game. It's just I hadn't noticed until just now. Right here, this seems expanded. Now I remember this coming back. I'm not saying it didn't come back, but I don't remember it coming back quite this extensively. So this, to me, seems like it goes further back. Same thing, this may have been in game for a minute, it's just something I hadn't noticed, but I've seen with the Subnautica Changes Twitter account just more notes about working on this area. And so came over here and it caught my eye. I'm wondering what they're going to put in here that's going to be the draw to explore. Other than we have, I believe, the brute shark eggs, which are in this biome. But you guys let me know in the comment section. Definitely one of those things where, yeah, maybe it's been in game, I just didn't catch it. Maybe it's slightly tweaked. But like I said, to me it looked like it had been expanded about another third back. Really this back end here. But this biome has come a long ways. Like, just looking like this, how intricate everything is. And I mentioned that multiple times with these videos. Just the detail that they've put into these biomes and how intricate they are now. And to see that change and grow is really cool. Especially if you go back to the first build. I'm almost tempted to go back and just kind of look at this. Do like a float through and then do like a video by video if I could. Just to make the comparison. Because, yeah, it is massive. And what's interesting for those that know, I mean, this was supposed to be in the first game, right? These structures here. Alright, so after that, the icebergs over here, they are starting to get that initial pass on the outside here. Not the bottom, just the top portion. So slowly we'll see that expanded and finished out. Curious to see what they actually put over here. I'm hoping for, I don't know, something to make it a little bit different. Outside of just rocks, maybe we get plants and things like that on these. Doesn't have to be coated with it, but a little something. I know there's supposed to be something special back here. And here's an area too that you would see that the texture has been layered on here, and it's not that old texture that you'll see. Let's see if we can get it to right there. That smooth blue, right? There you can see the underneath. So it's coming along. I know Liam last week or the week before, he did tweak the look of the textures on the ice here to make it look more like ice. I think that'll get tweaked again. Then let's come all the way over here. And you won't find it anywhere, but the purple tablet is out of game now. So in its place, like you would find one here, is now an ion cube. With this, so we go over to this architect base here. You're not gonna find the area to interact with the tablet to open this up. So you don't put the tablet in anything now. It just kind of opens, and I don't know if it'll do it now for me. No. So the way it works, and I tried it earlier with Alan in my head. No dialogue popped in. I don't know if that's in yet, but essentially just as if you had used a key, it just kind of disappears. My assumption being, and it makes sense, right? If Alan's a precursor, can he kind of, I don't know if this interacts with them in that way. Like, that's kind of my assumption, is he doesn't necessarily need a key with this, is why they have removed it. But let me know what you guys think with that. To me, it makes sense, but the other thing that I think of is, like, why would they have them in the first place if that was the case? Let's zoom over to, because I kind of skipped over it, the sanctuary. I do want to cover the shininess that I was talking about. So, and I don't think it's ray tracing, but it definitely has kicked it up a notch. with how reflective everything is. It just keeps on like getting a little bit more and a little bit more reflective with this. So it does seem like they've, like I said, they've taken that slider on how reflective things are, and they've notched it up just a couple. Can anybody see that? Look on the right hand side, about a third of the way up from the bottom. That color right there. You can see it right there. There you go. That's odd. Something's going on. Got a little rainbow effect. We're seeing the red, green, and blue right there. I have not seen that before. I don't think that's an intentional thing. And then this in here, to me, I don't know if anybody else is noticing, it just seems more green. Like, definitely seems like there's more green with this. That lime green is popping. Right, same thing in here. Same thing in this cave. Like, doesn't that look way more green? I know they tweaked it so it's supposed to look better. In the robots here, it's supposed to have an easier time crawling on everything. Although that looks off. So they've done that. And then I don't think I covered it in the last video. So we'll finish with this. Which is over here, we now see minerals kind of all over the place, where before we didn't have anything. So not only are you going to find the ore veins, you're going to find just kind of minerals scattered about now. Right? On top of finding these. So, plenty of resources. I'm wondering, it seems like it's almost, and let me know what you guys think, is it oversaturated at this point with minerals? Meaning it's going to be so easy to get this stuff, it's not going to be much of a challenge. Or is it not going to be an issue at all? Because I'm wondering at this point, I mean, we find a lot of stuff with this. And I don't think it needs to be insanely hard, right? Like, you're out here and you're not finding anything, but I'm wondering if they're going to tweak that. They did. We got some in here now, right? And then they did do a little bit more work on this over here. I'm just putting more rocks and things like that. That's, I think that was a week or two ago that they did this stuff. So the blending in there, I think we'll see more blending with this. Still waiting for them to finish out these over here. Hopefully here pretty soon. So that's going to wrap this up. They have a bunch of bug fixes. I want to spend a little bit of time with the sea truck because they've been tweaking some stuff with that. I want to look at that, and then if it's interesting stuff, definitely want to do a video on that to showcase some of the stuff that they've been working on. More control with the afterburner, having oxygen when you leave a detached module, things like this that are going to shape the game a little bit more with that, because I know that has been an issue for some people with the sea truck. And I believe somebody just mentioned that when they back up, the camera doesn't turn on anymore, the backup camera. So I don't know if that's been taken out momentarily or if they're going to be tweaking that, whatever it is. But I'm going to spend some time with that and hopefully do a video on that. But if you guys would like to see, like I said, that pass through the Twisty bridges, showcasing from the first build to this one, let me know. Might be interested in doing that just to show the comparison there with everything. But also let me know what you think about the beds. Still my favorite right here. So that's going to wrap this video up, everybody. If you liked the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.